So you want pro-level cooking but don't want the pro-level price? Well, here's an option for you. Look on Marketplace. There are so many pellet grills available on Marketplace at all kinds of price points. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna find a really nice pellet smoker. We're gonna go pick it up, we're gonna bring it back, and in the course of one day, just a few hours, we're gonna transform that into a FireBoard Pellet Drive controlled cooking machine, and we're actually gonna cook something on it. So we found a Louisiana SL700 grill. So here's the owner's manual for that. And we're just gonna start scrolling through here. We're basically looking for the control panel, anything that gives us any kind of indication of the control panel. Here it shows some replacement parts. I don't know if you can buy a replacement control board, but over here, look at this. Electrical components, control board. It shows us here what these components are. It shows us the fan, the auger, and the igniter are all 120 volt controlled items. I know that the FireBoard Pellet Drive is going to be compatible, at least electrically, with this Louisiana grill. We're going to go and take a look, pick this thing up, and see if it's compatible with the FireBoard Pellet Drive. We've connected with Kevin, who has this Louisiana Grill's SL700 pellet smoker. We've agreed upon a price. He's told me where he lives. So this morning we're going to pick up this smoker. We're gonna bring it back here to FireBoard headquarters. We're gonna put the FireBoard Pellet Drive on that unit and get something smoked, get this all done in one day. So follow along. So we made it over here to Kevin's house. We're gonna take a look at the smoker and make the purchase. So we've taken a look at the insides of this Louisiana grill. It looks like a perfect candidate for a retrofit for our FireBoard Pellet Drive. So we're gonna make the purchase, load it up, take it back to the factory, and get it going. All right, let's get it loaded up. All right, we got it this far. Let's push it all the way back, get it in the bed. We got it all strapped in. We can now head back to FireBoard headquarters to install the FireBoard Pellet Drive, cook some food, then have a nice meal. We're back at FireBoard headquarters. Let's get this thing unloaded and let's start working. We have this pellet smoker set up right here. We're gonna clean it up a little bit, both inside and outside, to prepare it for our eventual cook. And we're gonna show you how that process works here. So we've cleaned it out pretty good. This is a really nice smoker. It doesn't look like it's been cooked on a lot. This is not an ideal candidate for this, and we'll tell you why here in just a second. However, it is a great candidate. And before we get going, we are going to make sure that all the elements work. We were told it did, but we just want to make sure the igniter is working, the auger is working, and the fans are working, all before we do any kind of other install, because if we need to fix those, we would want to fix those first and then move on to the pellet drive install. So we're going to fire it up now and see if it works. All right, we have fire. That means the auger is working, the igniter is working, the fan is working. So we're in really good shape here. Like I said, this is a really nice grill. Doesn't look like it's been used very much, and it was under a cover. So that's what we got going on here. Let's proceed now, shut it down, and install the FireBoard Pellet Drive. This Louisiana grill is a great candidate to do the FireBoard Pellet Drive. It's very clean. It needs Wi-Fi control because it didn't have it. And it's just a well-built unit. The only issue, as I said, it's not ideal, is that this unit had the wiring harness use these spade plugs. And so it was just an extra step where we had to convert the FireBoard wiring harness to the spade plugs. Now we're ready to actually do the install into the unit. The pellet drive has successfully been installed. All the connections are tight inside. We verified that. it should be good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and finish the installation. We're gonna put this side panel or this in panel back on, and then we're gonna fire it up and see what happens. We've downloaded the FireBoard app, we've created a user account. Now it's time to add this pellet drive to our account. Let me show you how to do that. We're gonna go down to settings, and here we're gonna say add FireBoard. It automatically finds the Wi-Fi because we're at the headquarters here. And now we have complete control of that pellet drive right here. We can go up here to the set point. We can set the temperature to 225. And we can see that the auger is going, the mode is in ignition, and we are now connected to the FireBoard ecosystem. So we've walked through the whole process. We found a smoker on Facebook Marketplace. We contacted the seller. We determined that electrically it's compatible with the pellet drive. We went, picked it up, brought it back, put the pellet drive on there. A little hiccup with the spade connectors, but overall that wasn't too bad either. We fired it up, determined it worked, put some meat on there, smoked a meal, had a delicious meal. This is an awesome candidate. I expect this to last for a long time. It's pro-level cooking at an affordable price. This is Byron with FireBoard, encouraging you to pick up your FireBoard pellet drive today.